Hello and welcome to another edition of Eye on Port. It's brought to you by Star Assurance, UT Logistics, the Royal Bank and Ghana Community Network Services. Folks, this week it's official. Government has finally signed the contract with West Blue to undertake the national single window system. They're also supposed to support customs, deal with classification, valuation and import risk management within the port. Government has finally signed a contract to engage West Blue Ghana Consulting Limited to support the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority technically to undertake classification, valuation and risk management at the port and also implement a national single window system.
The contract was signed on the 4th of August. That is Tuesday. Yeah, so the contract has been executed. That means that officially West Blue has been engaged to assist customs take over the functions of the DICs come 1st September 2015.
According to the contract, the 1% free on board that was being paid to the Ministry of Trade and Industry will now go to the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority and subsequently into the Consolidated Fund.
The 1% was used to pay for the work or for the service of the DICs. Now, since it is customs that is performing that role, that the 1% is coming to customs. Okay. Or to government coffers, let me say that way.
But the contract also stipulates that West Blue will be paid 0.35% of FOBs.
So they are going to pay West Blue 0.35% of our imports. So West Blue is being paid this amount because they are not only helping customs to take over the ICs, they are also going on to establish the national single window.
Takeover trials are currently ongoing.
We believe that the DICs are the professional group. So we were happily married for over 10 years. And unfortunately, there's a divorce, let me take it that way. I don't think they will do anything to hurt the system. They will hand over professionally.
He added that GCNet has been supportive in the transition process and are commendably cooperating.
We had a meeting with GCNet last 2 weeks. Government side, the customs, West Blue, and GCNet. And GCNet were really committed. We're really glad with their response.
Well, so now we all know that West Blue has been engaged by government. Again, customs is also engaging stakeholders on the common external tariff. That's the ECOWAS common external tariff. Take a listen. Freight forwarders have been sensitized on the ECOWAS common external tariff by officers of the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority for its smooth implementation before the end of 2015.
The tariff has been configured, GCNet has done its work already, and then together with the DICs, everything has been done. We are going to implement the CET in Ghana before the end of 2015. For that, I can assure you.
The ECOWAS common external tariff, when implemented, will witness some flexibility for a few years to enable all countries adjust to the new tariff.
With something new like this, especially relating to tariff, some countries are going to benefit, some countries are going to lose. Some sectors of our economies are going to be better off, some sectors of our economies are going to be worse off. So there is the need for some kind of flexibility. Okay, especially for the first few years, so that we'll be able to adjust the duty rates.
According to Customs, government has so far submitted 60 items including buses, trucks and sugar, among others, for a reduction in the duty rate when the CET kickstarts. The Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority also revealed that it is ready to take over the classification, valuation and risk management from the destination inspection companies come September 1st and also poised to implement the common external tariff when the Attorney General's Department and Parliament offers its approval. The Japanese government is calling on Ghana to take advantage of its strategic position within the West African sub-region and take the lead in this port business.
The different corridors, especially the Tema, Accra, Ouagadougou corridor, central corridor of Ghana, and the Abidjan, Ouagadougou corridor, and the Lomé, Ouagadougou corridors are really competing. Yeah. But people understand they are competing, but yes. Actually not so. For example, Abidjan port is depending on the domestic cargo the domestic cargo have to rely on Abidjan port.
But they're also trying to win some of the transit cargo as well.
Yes, that's a very important part. Then in order to attract the transit cargo, not transit cargo.
Yes, to the even transit cargo, because they are trying to also get the Cote d'Ivoire, the Niger, Mali market as well.
Abidjan is not so serious.
You think so?
Yes, not so serious.
Why? What makes you think that they're not serious?
Because the 90% of their revenue come from the domestic cargo, and if they are a bit work harder to capture the extra 10% to the cargo from Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso, then it's a lucrative incomes for the ports. The same thing can be said to Tema ports. Yeah. So the severe competition are coming, and in order to Tema and Abidjan ports should prepare for the more and more severe competition in the sub-region.
Where can Ghana take advantage of in this project to maximize our efficiency, also maximize our competitive advantage?
It's a good question. Ghana is in the center in location of the surrounding Francophone countries. Togo, Burkina, Cote d'Ivoire, all surrounding the geographically Ghana. And the most important economic corridor along the coast, it's a Lagos-Abidjan corridor, goes through Ghana. Cote d'Ivoire's trucks or the people have to go through Ghana part to reach Lagos or to get access to Nigeria market. And that's the most important part. Ghana is advantageous in its location. And also Ghana is a really gateway for the English-speaking people and countries and the companies. So taking advantage of the merit to be created by UEMO and ECOWAS for making a customs union and maybe for future's common market. So Ghana provide a real gateway, not just a transport gateway, but the business gateway.
You look around us and it's all Francophone or French-speaking countries. And here we are, we also want to be able to grab the transit market, the transit trade, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, all Francophone countries. So we tend to think that most of the time we are disadvantaged. Do you see that way?
I don't think so. They have disadvantage about when it comes to the language. The Francophone countries they are learning English seriously, and they use English in order to communicate with Ghanaian companies and people. So sometimes they use the local language to communicate with Ghanaians. So they are Francophone companies and people have a disadvantage, not Ghana. Ghana has advantage.
However, the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority says they are poised to ensure total efficiency and that the port of Ghana is going to be the first electronic port in the entire West African sub-region. A number of things have taken place in the port. If you are unaware, please sit back and watch. The Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority has commenced massive implementation of electronic systems within the ports of Ghana. Management hope the move will drastically eliminate corruption, extortion, pilfering, and all negative practices that hitherto may have existed in the port. One of the visible structures is the electronic gate systems that have been installed at all the entry and exit points in the port to prevent unauthorized and unscrupulous individuals from gaining access into the port.
The electronic gate system, which comprises the turnstiles and speed stiles, the boom barriers, and the optical character recognition cameras, are to ensure that we heighten our security in terms of cargo, in terms of vehicles, in terms of vessels, and even human security in the port.
When you take the e-gate, we have the turnstile. And the turnstile manages the pedestrian movement.
We are set to make the port of Tema, as well as Takoradi, the first electronic ports in the entire West African sub-region.
We have registered close to 14,000 agents who will be using this facility. When you come, you just press your finger on it, it authenticates you, and then you move in like this. When the system decides that it will not allow you to come in, it means that you are not authenticated.
Gone are the days that anybody could enter the port at the blind side of security men at the gates. With the installation of the turnstiles, nobody can offer anybody a tip to enter the port.
The good news is that we are able to account for the number of people who enters into the port at any particular point in time. And as part of one of our strategies, we want to decongest the port. So if you can tell that at a point in time you have about, let's say, 1,000 people in Tema Port, and then there are more people who want to enter, security can take an initiative to restrict movement to certain areas.
So you cannot begin a transaction and then give the documents to another person to go and continue, because your identification will be attached to the transaction you are going to prosecute.
And also data that we have gathered about the port users, we have the type of business they do, we have whether they are haulage operators, whether they are clearing agents, whether they do ship chandling or whatever. So at the end of the day, we are able to account the number of businesses, the number of businesses that the port serves.
Boom barriers and optical character recognition cameras have also been installed at the central gates of the port to regulate movement of trucks in and around the port.
We are able to account, for instance, that within a period, we had maybe 2,000 vehicles entering into the port through, the central gate.
As you clock in to enter this point, and then enter another point, and exit through another point, we are able to measure the cycle, the time it took you to complete one cycle of transaction. And for that matter, you cannot start one transaction and transfer to another person. If you start the transaction, you must complete it.
The camera throws a kind of ray on the license plate, and if that vehicle is indeed registered with GPHA, then it will grant access. That will be the first level. The second level is that the driver will also have to biometrically verify. And when it matches the driver to the vehicle, then you'll be allowed access into the port.
Management believe the changes are expected to reduce complaints of negative practices in the port.
If you are used to giving somebody a tip to enter the port, now it is not anybody you are going to tip. You are going to offer your finger as a tip. And if the system accepts your finger as a tip, that's the only time you can enter the port. So in the past situation where people will come and complain of pilfering this and that, will be a thing of the past, in the sense that only those who have the legitimate business to enter the port, and all those who enter the port will have their identification captured by the system. And everybody will be monitored equally by the closed-circuit television cameras that we have spread all over the port.
We're going to restrict access of vehicles to the port. That is one. Two, we would also ensure that there is safety and then security of cargo. Because you know which vehicle carried which container outside the port. There have been problems of diversion of cargo, that the cargo left the spot at the set time and we don't know whether it has reached its destination. But we can tell from the database that this cargo was being carried by this vehicle, and that we'll be able to chase whoever.
We have had reports that people take unsuspecting people into the port to identify, as it were, cars that are on sale at the Golden Jubilee Terminal, and they are made to pay huge sums of money as deposits towards the purchasing of those cars. With this system installed, such people will not even gain access into the port.
The Golden Jubilee Terminal, GJT, is a very strategic place in the port where all imported goods are brought from containers for their owners. Management of the port believe concerns of theft and extortions that have been raised by some will soon be history with the installation of new turnstiles at the Golden Jubilee Terminal.
GJT, we do 100% devanning here. We move the containers from Tema Port to this place to on staff. Now, there are times you hear unscrupulous people entering into GJT, and then you hear that cargo missing and all things happening. But with the introduction of the turnstile, we are restricting movement into the port.
If it turns out that you don't have the ID card or you don't have access into the port by biometric identification, and you have the legitimate business to transact in the port, the security men here will identify that need and then will give you access by way of a special ID card, and then you can enter the port to transact your legitimate business.
Now, one interesting thing is that when you overstay in the port for more than 24 hours, the system pops up those who are still in the port, and this gives security more information to chase them. Maybe the person might be suffering somewhere, okay, or maybe that person might be somewhere on the vessel, okay. So the issue of stowaway can also be addressed.
But let me take this opportunity to say that cars are not for sale at the Golden Jubilee Terminal. So if an agent, if even it turns out to be somebody you know, and the person takes you inside here, that is going to show you a car for you to buy, know that you are a potential victim of fraud. Don't even enter the Golden Jubilee Terminal. Even if you have the legitimate right, know that cars are not for sale in this terminal.
The entire port community have been engaged by the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority on these electronic activities that are going on in the port. The second edition of the Port Advisory Committee meeting has taken place in the Port of Tema, with stakeholders being briefed on impending electronic port system that is being implemented in the port.
Very soon, somewhere in September, the lines and customs will be given access. So if you want to know where your container is, you go online to the OCR and you know that this container is here. And at the time of entry, that was the condition.
The IT manager of Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, David Boyson, highlighted the essential areas of the port operation systems that will be automated by end of the year.
What we need is to get one warehouse, data warehouse, where all these things will stream into. And then we put business intelligence on it, that managers can just, know at any point in time what is happening. If you want to know what is happening in terms of your container traffic, you would know. You go there, it's real time.
Stakeholders were impressed about the effort to make the Port of Ghana electronic, arguing it will make service delivery more efficient.
I'm particularly excited about this because some of us think that it's long overdue for the port to take control of whatever goes on system-wise. So this kind of project, I can dance for GPH.
The shipping lines will want to know exactly where to send our manifests, because we may not be able to send manifests to so many industrial people.
This system, you will not realize the full benefits if you do not integrate it with customs procedures. Because from my point of view, a lot of the detailed jobs that end up delaying the clearance of cargo is with the processes that have to do with the other government institutions, customs being the chief. GPHA is not really involved in delaying cargo, but you have to go to standards board, you have to go here, national security, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, you can load from my facility, you can load cargo on Thursday and it will leave on Monday. Because somebody is talking about seal, somebody is talking about I went here and the officer didn't come to work. So you are doing fantastic if this will be realized. But please look at a way of integrating your system.
The General Manager of Operations at the Port of Tema, Abraham Mensah, explained that the electronic port system being implemented will go a long way to increase revenue and reduce the cost of operations at the port. Well, so electronic gate system, electronic entry, electronic management system, a lot of electronic stuff, and very soon you will see some of these trucks will be going through electronic gate system. The Iron Port returns pretty shortly.
Sing about there ain't no limitations to your amazing grace, your amazing grace. And there's something about the way your love shines on my face. Oh no, I can never get enough of you.
Star Assurance, creating smiles since 1985. Let go. Let's celebrate 30 years of solid partnership. Star Assurance, your solid partner.
I'll take care of you. There's a place in my heart that makes me feel that you're the one. It's a place I wanna be, 'cause satisfaction guaranteed. From strength to strength you help me grow, 'cause you're there for me. And teach me how to be independent, 'cause you
The Royal Bank.
The Royal Bank.
The Royal Bank.
Bank you with transparency, commitment to integrity.
The Royal Bank.
The Royal Bank. The Royal Bank.
The Royal Bank. Real banking, real difference.
UT Logistics have come to stay. When you approach a job like the way we approach it, each job is unique. Each client is unique. We provide the best service in the system. We have best staff. We are very fast. We are quick, and we save customers a lot of money. We are very transparent as well, and we approach every job with professionalism and the seriousness that it requires.
Welcome back from the break. Coming up next are some activities and news happening within the entire port and maritime industry. The management of Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority says it is poised to improve its service delivery following its attainment of the International Standard Organization certification. The ISO 9000-2008 certification obtained by the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority is awarded to organizations that have ensured that their products and services consistently meet customers' requirement and that quality is steadily improved.
Being ISO certified means we are telling the world that we are better able now to serve them. So I would say that we are matured and ready to serve our customers. And so they should expect us to meet their demands and exceed their expectations.
The Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority admits that there have been challenges in the past as far as efficiency of service delivery is concerned, and a lot is changing to drastically improve efficiency in service delivery in the port.
We have taken into consideration all the complaints from our customers, all port users. We have acknowledged the fact that there have been some challenges associated with port clearing processes, and we are hopeful at the end of the day our services would be streamlined and to reduce the lead time, and which would result into lower costs.
Frances Anabiatia emphasized that modern best practices have been adapted by the port.
We are bringing also on board an integrated management system which will take care of the environment and the occupational safety and hazards of staff and our other port users. So by November 2016, the port will be an integrated management system certified.
She hinted that best practices are also being observed from other developed ports around the world.
And there's something about the way your love shines on my face. Oh no, I can never get enough of you.
Star Assurance, creating smiles since 1985. Let go. Let's celebrate 30 years of solid partnership. Star Assurance, your solid partner.
I'll take care of you.
Banking with transparency, commitment to integrity. The Royal Bank, the Royal Bank.
The Royal Bank, real banking, real difference.
If you are involved in logistics, if your work involves logistics and you have to come to UT Logistics, you haven't landed. Basically, what I want to do is to invite our clients to come, see the professionalism, see the speed, see the customer industry excellence approach that we have, the customer service that we have, and above all, our pre-finance package for our clients, which has become the #1 priority for clients these days.
Gaddafi Inusa writes, "Hello EOP, let me commend you for the superb work you are doing. I am an ardent viewer of your program and it's very educative and informative. On 27th of May this year, we cleared a container which contained a car and other items. During the inspection, the customs officer in charge took away a sack of 60 pairs of soccer boots for further inspection. When the sack was returned later, it was only left with 12. All attempts to retrieve the remaining 48 pairs of soccer boots proved futile. In one episode I remember watching, you questioned the chief customs officer in charge about such happenings, which he vehemently denied. Per my experience, I can say he is lying. I am always available for further questioning on this matter, since I'm still hurt by their attitude. Thank you." Thanks so much for watching Iron Port. We would be glad if you could support your claim with the clearing documents and, if possible, the name of the customs officer to enable us conduct further investigations. Good day, sir. My name is Obina Uzochukwu. I graduated from Institute of Export and Shipping Management, Accra. I want to establish my own business here in Ghana as a freight forwarder and shipping agent. Please, how will I start the process? Dear Obina Uzochukwu, you first need to register your company with the Registrar General's Department. Secondly, you need to have a Customs Proficiency Certificate. This certificate can be obtained from Customs after going through training and writing exams. To operate as a clearing agency or company, Customs requires that 2 or 3 people with a certificate can form a clearing agency or company.
Well, coming up next are schedules of vessels in the port, those at anchorage and those expected for the week, as well as the approved exchange rate by Customs. Well, that's it for this week's edition of Iron Porter. Thanks to you for watching. Thanks to the entire crew. Robert Nyantichi, as always, behind the camera. Also, Prince Bruce Lamte, Lydia Tham, Nanesi Sodoberg, and also Isaac Tewia. Paul Lasariansa is the executive producer for the program. Thank you for watching.